All right, I hope everybody's doing well. We are on probably one of my least favorite maps on my second least favorite game mode. I can't forget Picket Patrol, though I usually do. Anyways, it's Waterways, it's Contention, and yes. So we actually have pretty good pub officers. We actually had really good selection in the last round, and it looks like just about all of them came back for this one. The point of contention that got rolled is very favorable to the Union, but it's still cappable by the CSA, right? This isn't as difficult as some of the ones are in further, right? So in contention, the cap points move around kind of randomly. This one would, for example, be much more difficult for the CSA to get to immediately. This one is exposed, and conceivably the CSA might be able to get there, but it seemed like the Union was going to make a pretty concerted push to try to capture it.
Again, do you not want to? We're incredibly struggled out. Do you not
want to? I mean, it's 220 now. We got close to 270 when the last round ended, which is the only reason why I'm doing this. If I think I have a good shot of going over 250, I'll go ahead and do it. I would say a lot of the Union are there, which is not true for the CSA. They are making their way. You can see there they are in greater numbers, but my guess is they probably figured they weren't going to get across.
Fire at that flag. Target the flag.
Yeah, that's the good advice. You got some dudes that are in skirmishing and Adeline just kind of hanging out there. I'm not sure why the Union isn't moving to raise that flag a bit more aggressively. It's not like whether you do it or not causes the CSA to get there faster. Right? The CSA, for their part, should be wanting to embed themselves in, start shooting at that flag.
God damn it. Spread out. Spread out.
Maybe they're just worried. I don't know. This is pretty impressive that only two guys back there. The CSA is going to lose a dude out of line. Imagine... Yes. Yeah, it didn't work for that guy. He died out of line. And, let's see. And now you died out of line. I love it. I absolutely love it. And again, even at this point, if you kill him out of line, at best, you're going to probably, trade out of lines? You got clubbed down? Oh my goodness. So that was like 5 out of lines. Anyways, it's contention. You know, the thing that really matters is kind of who controls these randomly spawned flags. Anyways, we'll take a look at the officers since this could be rough. See, we have Dawes. Oh, I think we had a switch there. And yeah, it's a lot of folks. A lot of folks. Anyways, we'll see how things go. I didn't check the RD numbers. CSA's got 9. USA's got 6. It's not a huge deal. The CSA is probably close enough where Buck and Ball might give them an advantage. But I guess in a very close one, formation depths do matter. But it felt like when you go from skirmish over to conquest and contention, it seems much more about the flags and the terrain. And you can be excused for dying out of formation. Not you individually, but a team can still win even if they die out of formation more than their opponents. Which it can happen in skirmish too, but it seems more forgiving of being out of formation in conquest and contention. These are pretty great uniforms though. What else am I going to comment on here?
Reload. Hey, wait for the fire order. If you fire first before the gun, you're going to throw his aim off. You got to fire together with the reload.
Was that CSA already? It might have been. That was CSA already. And you may recognize this. This is the Pry Ford skirmish map. And the CSA already is almost where it is. It's actually over there on Pry Ford. But anyways, this is a fine spot. I think the CSA only has... I'm pretty sure there's only... Well, actually, there might be a second way across over there. I don't know. I'm unaware of it. Now that they've added the ability to wade through some water. I actually thought there might be a second area where you can cross. Maybe? It might be too deep. Might be too deep. I think this is Union artillery, which I don't understand, like, why this... I don't know why this exists here. I don't get it. I don't know why, but I like that. Alright. And the shootout continues. I mean, at this point, you know, after this, I really wish there was a way to just kind of, like, vote, forfeit a point, and so you can just move on. And look, we've seen a number of CSA die out of line, skirmishing and all the rest. It's barely made a dent in the CSA's tickets. So, things that would normally be a huge deal in skirmish, kind of the heart of the, well, one of the hearts of the game, the formation system just don't seem to matter too much.
Hold fire, hold fire, hold.
This is how it's gonna go. Make sure you're
All right.
like what I was trying to tell.
Yeah, okay, you got smoking for now. I just wanted to let it clear for a little bit. There you go now.
The CSA really moving. They're moving to move. Let's see if the Union responds. This is a pretty good jump. It was well timed with the arty. That is one of the things the arty can still do. Is if they coordinate with the infantry, even if you're not going to kill a lot, you can knock some stuff down. So what's decent for the CSA is they got across. It will still be a question of whether they can... It's not whether they can get the flag down. It's whether they would ever be able to get the flag up and keep it up. You can see there's the Union on the countercharge with those great light blue fringe there. Oh, there he is. He's out there with the finger pistol. Yeah, it's the CSA. I don't know what else you do. I assume the Union's getting reloads, and that it's not too bad otherwise. Yeah, we see the Union officer coming up now, and that CSA attack seems to have run out of steam. On tickets, yeah, it costs the CSA a bit, but you know, what else are you gonna do? You don't really want to exacerbate the problem here by dying even more out of line, but I don't know that the flags can spawn that much.
Flag bearer for staying on this side of the river.
It's true. It is true. All right, so maybe there, or is that that's the Union arty officer? All right. But if there isn't another way to cross, then it would be nice if there was. And if there is, I don't know why CSA hasn't used it. But in any event, I swear we played this map once. This is an organized, well, we played it multiple times. And we were holding here, and somehow we got rolled up by the CSA coming from over there. So I don't know what that was about. You gotta love the Rambos. I'm gonna be so cool at this. Right. Those really do look like Union uniforms. Alright, the next point, yeah, even better news for the Union. It is a question of whether they're going to try to hold here and just send the flag back to cap, or whether they're going to send everybody back and allow the CSA to come up. Looks like the Union is moving at least a company back. Morbid. Hmm. Maybe they figured they could keep 3 companies here? Yeah, you don't need to... Well, that... I think those are the same. I don't know if you get, like, refunded the flag right away or once it goes up the post. But, yeah, that Chokepoint maps are just... They're just terrible in this game. There aren't that many, or virtual Chokepoint maps. Kind of like River Crossing, which I actually like way more than this. I think it's a challenge, but I think it's winnable. But you got to give them a few. You got to give both sides a few more chances to get over there. And I think for the CSA, I thought there were only 2 flags that were fully over here. Right, 1 and 2. And so, like, what if there are 3? I don't remember. I think there's a flag. Yeah, so that would be the 4th. They're at the 5th right now. And the 6th, I do not recall. Pretty sure, I thought there were 6 possible points that could spawn, but I don't recall the other one. Oh, you know, I have to be lying, right? Because you can cross by the mill. But then maybe the problem is the, yeah, how do you get over from there? That might be the problem. Anyways, it seems like not too much has changed. Yeah, if there's only 5, I guess this had to be somewhere, right? But it had to be disadvantaged for someone. But if there are 6 and there's 4 on this side, that's really a hindrance for the CSA. And the fact that the Union can reliably get to this point more quickly than the CSA. Or at least every time I played it in organized play and casted it from up here, the Union has got there first. Saw folks moving this way. I saw the stars moving over here, but
Alright, let's move it up, move it up. Right here at the edge of the river. Right here, gentlemen. Take aim right across, right across, right above them lines. Spin it. Pull it back.
I think the flag bearer got dropped. Looked like the flag fell. I think the flag got dropped twice. I thought they were safe back here. Just when you thought you were safe.
Pull back. We need to form one presentable line. If we double rank, then you're giving them multiple chances to shoot you. Independent fire always.
Yeah, but it looks cool, man. It looks cool.
Alright, John, stay here. I'm gonna go see what's going on.
Yes. Yes. Welcome to Waterways. I will say it's sometimes nice
I know. We haven't had a
when the
chance to see
CSA
much,
gets points on their side and then it kind of looks close. It's a little bit more fun. Nah, there's no point over here. I'm really in search of a 6th point. I swear it exists, but I actually don't remember what it looks like. The 5 I've seen are the 5 I'm familiar with. Man, this map does wrap up and around. Huh. I guess the CSA can hope that something spawns on their side.
Y'all are doing good, but
And maybe they can tie it up. Alright, so the CSA is going to make a push. Oh. Now the second wave will go, probably, yeah. The Union knows what's up, they can just reload while they're back there and probably have time for the second wave. Yep, that's a white. Dude looks strangely like my dude. Yeah. Well, the good news is this map should be over soon. So Union's going to cap a point. It's going to put the CSA down to breaking. Then we will see what happens. But yeah, this is another one where I think I would rather just be able to vote to concede the point and move on. And alright, so the CSA finally has a point in their favor. Now, after that charge...
Now we have to hold. We have to hold. Don't let them cross.
Tis true. Tis true. Yeah, I was wondering after that charge if they have enough guys who are ready to shoot to be able to hold the crossing. I think as the Union goes, they might want to go now, because it'll probably be now or never. And so this map is like, you know, a choke point map. It is symmetrically bad. But I think it's rough for the CSS because I think they only have the 2 points on their side. Well, maybe the Union would just elect to shoot it out here. They don't need this point. Let's see here. 13. Yeah. If the Union plays it super conservative, they may just be able to win doing very little. Because the CSA, if they cap this point, and the Union doesn't go engaged before they cap it, that puts them down at engaged. Even if they get the other point over here, that would put the Union at taking losses. So I think the Union has a choice. They can either cycle charge from here to the end, or they can play it super conservative and try to win up on tickets.
let them go. Pull it
We're
back.
holding. We have to hold the thing. We have to hold it so they can't just spread you out. This is the most cost-effective way to be. This is the most cost-effective place to be. The water is now on our side.
It is true. It is true. You're not really taking any real damage. Did that come? Yeah, that did come from the Union battery. I don't know how effective it's been otherwise. I haven't really noticed it. CSA battery has a little bit more of a straight angle on that gap.
On the slide back here.
They are right there. And they should have an angle down at that flag post.
We'll move to the right here.
But yeah, with CSA, especially with Buckenwall, should be able to hold the backside. Particularly with the trees and the shade and the shrubs. You should have a fair amount of concealment. And be able to respawn enough to make it
Move it.
a pretty chunky defense. Union's gonna go engaged. Yeah, I think they have something of a conundrum here. Engaged, taking losses. Taking losses to breaking potentially if the next spawn is right there. And if it's not, and it's not way back at Union spawn, I'll find out if there is a 6th point, because it would be that. Probably, admittedly, not the most fun map to cast, but I do the ones I don't like as much as the ones I do like.
Hello.
Fire! Reload! Second rank, take aim. Fire!
Take it.
Reload! Notice that we're also putting out a decent amount of firefalls in between.
Fire.
We're not having everyone fire all the shots at once. Just try and spread this out. Good work. Whoa! I felt the breeze on that one. Dang. Alright, rise up now. Alright,
We're battle ready to break. You guys do great.
Company, take aim.
Gentlemen, take aim. Steady, steady, steady. Fire. Reload.
Stand up.
Ooh. If that's CSA, that's got to be backbreaking for them. That is. Yeah. You can't do that.
Take aim. Steady, steady.
Because you got to avoid taking losses. And again, it's still the RNG of where the next point spawns.
Are they actually crossing or control? Ah, we got trolled. Alright, gentlemen, back right.
Steady. Fire. Reload. Check and loaded.
Alright, how's it looking? How's it looking? We still doing
CSA has not been fooled.
Hey, keep
Well,
these
these guys
balls
don't have as
look
much
behind you. They're really starting to focus in on
concealment.
position, okay? They're gonna move right when I come back. Keep shooting.
Yeah, they'll hit what they can see. The good news for the Union is that actually it's taken a very long time to get them down to engage, which they're still not quite at. But they're like a death away.
How you doing, Flackbeard?
Stay in cover and don't die if you can help
Back.
it.
I don't want you to fall because of that happening.
Huh, that was a weird graphical thing.
If it was to see with the two sides that I
Whoa. Maybe we'll hang out in CSA Arty for a bit, see what they can see.
Can I push it in this time? How did you get that in so easily? Oh yeah, here I go. I'm putting the stick in the tube. Yay!
So you're finally going engaged.
So you just do this all man?
Alright. Well, I think that's not what the CSA wanted to see.
Very soon.
This looks like the one that's over in Union already. Because it is. Yep. So yeah, if you know the Prime Mill map, this is that. Oh, there is one here. Alright, I knew it. So, yeah. This is messed up for the CSA. Because it really is that there are 4 on the Union side and 2 on the CSA side. Like, how hard is it to just... I don't actually know the answer to that, but just move it there. It's still going to be a bad map because it's a choke point map, but...
Company B.
Yep, CSA has to go, so we'll watch them go. It looks like they're pretty much going together. That was well timed again by CSA Arty. Right place, right time. Be a little surprised if it worked. Yeah. Yeah, I think that was that charge. Sounded like another good one from CSA Arty. It's right about where they wanted it. Yeah, getting off into the rocks, the shade, the trees here, none of that's a bad idea. It is only one flag, and I don't know if the Union understands the threat yet. CSA's, alright, so they're not that close.
They're weak.
Not that close to going last stand, but I think it's mostly because the Union doesn't seem to be seriously pushing them. That was a good shot from CSA Arty as well, so. Yeah, I don't know if there's been callouts here in this leftmost group for the Union.
Shoot that son of a bitch.
Hey, west, southwest. Everybody, west, southwest.
Yeah, all right, and that's a wipe. So Union pushed in from somewhere. They'll try to get the flag out. Well, I thought they were trying to get the flag out.
Why are we steering this way?
Yeah, I mean, while you're here, you can certainly try to group up and push across, but
Yeah, no point in widening this map.
it's a miserable assignment. I mean, if you're the CSA, and it's only a little bit better if you're the Union. Let's see if the Union has all 4 companies.
Oh,
They had
what?
2 left and 2 right before.
Here, move.
Huh. That's a pretty wide flank. Do they think the CSA got around them? Is there any ability to cross here? Yeah. What is this? You see this like graphical glitch here? It looks like the right there's like the tree and there's the reflection, like parts of it are in the middle of the screen. Look, it's all right, we got to charge. It's yeah, it's rough. See what it looks like from the Union's angle.
That was ballsy. The guy who ran right in front of us.
Hold here, hold here, hold here on this line, hold here on this line.
On the line, on the line, on the line, on the line. Shoot him,
We
shoot
don't
him,
have to
shoot
worry
him,
about
shoot
going
him,
up to that
shoot
pole,
him.
guys. The pole's behind us. Just stop.
Turkey shoot, boys. Turkey shoot.
Every turkey shoot.
And that's why you don't run up when you got friendlies behind you.
Face left. Bandits down. Face left, boys. Here they are. Left. Swing left, gentlemen.
It's a fucking
They're gonna
slaughter.
fight against our bayonets, boys. Don't worry, just hold.
Yeah, Ramboing off doesn't really help if you're the CSA
Get
and
him
you get
out of our
across.
ranks. Get him out. Just hold steady. Just hold steady. We'll
Watch
be
out for friendlies. Friendlies in front. Friendlies in front.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that put them in last name before we even fucking. Cross the river, cross the river. I'm making this. I'm making this. Yeah, cross the river.
That was brilliant. That was fucking awesome.
cross. God bless.
That was, officer didn't order.
We got flags down. Flags down.
Yeah, if you're going deep enough, you can't be meleeed with the
Come on, boys.
Oh yeah, we're losing the point.
stabbing animation. You can still be shot. But
Keep pushing. 70-second beat. Push across. Push across. Push across. Keep going. Across, Joe. Push across. Charge those guys. Charge those guys. Flag, stay back. Charge those guys.
Charge them, boys. Charge them, boys. Forward! Go, go, go! Huzzah!
yeah, it's a miserable assignment, but I kind of get it. If you wheel the artillery up, right? It's miserable because of how long it takes.
Road to the left.
You have to wheel it all the way down, and then you could try to blast. That's like, I won't say it's the only way, but it allows you to use the canister.
honestly, skirmish is the best. I mean, conquest can also be interesting. I think they're all like enjoyable. I think skirmish is just a lot more accessible, but.
Alright, well, I'm glad that's over. Wonder what we ever got up to. Yeah, we got up to 300, so I'm happy with that. And for the CSA, yeah, like, you took more casualties, you took more out of formation, but I don't think any of it changed the end result. Might have been interesting if the other CSA point had spawned there at the end, but that's not what happened. All right, folks, it's over. It should be better maps after this.